Hey, what's up, everyone? Just got back from vacation. Just left the gym. I've come to the realization that I am getting back to being unsavage again. Again, a few pounds. So I'm trying to get back to dropping all that weight. So I just had a pretty good workout. But over the weekend, I just was able to check out some really good soccer. That was obviously on TV and everything like that. We were up in Traverse City, Michigan, visiting family. So I want to shout out to my family for for hosting a great time up there. It was a lot of fun. So I want to thank my Aunt Judy and Uncle Brad for that hospitality. A lot of fun again with family. But again, while we were gone, I was able to keep up with with all the soccer doings, especially in this area. It was great to see FC Cincinnati come away with a huge 6 points over 2 matches, taking on Richmond Kickers and on Sunday. That was a huge win for them. That was a win that they had to get rebound, and then on Wednesday, I should say, they ended up taking on, they were supposed to take on Miami FC in the US Open Cup. Thankfully, Mother Nature was on our side and was able to monsoon down there and cause the match to be canceled, which is now postponed for August 2nd. That's a blessing in disguise for the guys in the orange and blue, just simply because you can tell they were starting to get really tired. And I mean, they're just constantly playing matches. However, the downfall is with the match being postponed to August, there's a possibility of playing, I think it's 4 matches in 11 days, possibly 5 matches. I can't remember off the top of my head. But they were able to get some rest. They brought in a few transfers, a couple guys that I think are really going to add a lot of depth to the club and really help out. Another guy that continued to show up is GB. In yesterday's match against Louisville City, he comes out again and the guy just continues to score goals. Had a huge goal yesterday to tie it up, especially after conceding the early goal to Louisville City. Early on, GB tied it up on a great play where battling the keeper on a cross and was able to get the rebound and pounce on it and fired in the net. Huge, that's a huge goal to get this team going. Harrison Delbridge eventually gave the boys in orange and blue the lead in the second half. And then again, Danny Koenig comes on and scores a beautiful goal. Shortly after he comes on the 77th minute. So, there was a huge 3 points, even after conceding the second goal to Louisville City. They were able to, stave off that comeback and get the huge win, which is something that, that's FC Cincinnati is the first team to beat Louisville City at Louisville Slugger Field all season. So, and they're only the 3rd team to defeat them all year. So, again, a huge 3 points, a massive 6 points overall in the last 2 matches. Which, again, their U.S. Open Cup run was, I feel it's something that FC Cincinnati needs to dump all the resources into this Open Cup run. Just simply because, the magnitude of the tournament and what it could do. I truly think FC Cincinnati is going to make the playoffs. I don't think that will be an issue. But it's just something that they need to, they still need to obviously focus on the league. You can't obviously give any of that up. But the U.S. Open Cup run, I think, is where it's at. And I think if they are able to get a result against Miami, then, boom. You have that opportunity to host New York Red Bulls at Nippert Stadium, which is going to be another huge match if they can get past Miami FC. Again, I would have to think you're going to see ESPN attending that match again, which would be, again, just a massive event for Cincinnati and everything like that, with everything surrounding the club. But like I said, you obviously first got to take care of business against Miami FC, who is going to be an absolute nightmare to battle, especially down in Miami. So, again, props to FC Cincinnati for getting everything done. It was a great job by them. Now turning to the U.S. national team, taking on Panama in the first match. Dom Dwyer got the goal in the second half, which was obviously he continues to get it, to keep it rolling and continue to get results. The 1-1 draw against the toughest team in our group was a great result. I mean, obviously, you didn't drop the points. I think that they could have won the match, should have won the match, I think. But getting the result was key. And then taking on Martinique in the second match was a little. I do watch English soccer. I'm a big fan of pretty much all leagues. I do follow, obviously, MLS, USL with being here in Cincinnati. But I do big fan of the German Bundesliga. I will follow Scotland and Italy, and I follow all the major European leagues as well. So, but kind of turning back to if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them over to me here. Like I said, I'm on my drive home now, so I should be home. So you got about maybe another 10 minutes, maybe. But back to United States taking on Martinique. Obviously, Bruce Arena is, he was hired to do one thing. That is to get this team qualified for Russia next year. So, with Russia being obviously the main focus, you can't be all up in arms, I don't think, at this tournament. And he has, like I said, Bruce Arena. What the heck is this? This is a soccer rant right now. That's what this is. On my way home from the gym. But Bruce Arena, like I said, was hired to get this. To get this team, yes, soccer really, yes. Soccer is a phenomenal sport. So don't give me, I'm not going to give you a break. It's a great sport. But, again, with Bruce Arena doing an experimental roster, that I don't think we can really put, yes, it is a sport, it's a great sport. Thank you. You can't really put much onus on this. You can tell by the roster moves that they just made, bringing in 5 veterans to this World Cup squad and headed into the quarterfinals. Oh my God. Love the attitude. Great attitude. It's not a... My God. You sound just like my uncle. My uncle was saying the same thing, man. Saying the same exact thing. But, the match against Martinique was a complete, overhaul of the change that overhaul of the roster that he picked for the Panama match. U.S. went out and got a result. However, it was not pretty. Jordan Morris saves the day for the United States. And, I mean, Jordan Morris is one that you'd have to think is going to be accompanying the roster or accompanying the United States as part of the 23 going to Russia next year. I think it is a battle between Dom Dwyer, who I think he's been phenomenal and done a great job in helping his stock rise for 2018. Like I said, just got his U.S. citizenship and has come out and done an incredible job of scoring goals. He works hard. He's that pest. I think he's really helped himself in booking a spot as a backup right now to Josie Altidore, who I'm not a fan of Josie. Everyone who knows me knows that I'm not a Josie fan. But Jordan Morris, I think, is going to be one that's helped his cause. Dax McCarty as well. It was great yesterday in the match, against Nicaragua they had to get that result of 3-0 victory to win the group and avoid playing Costa Rica in the quarterfinals. Costa Rica would have been a nightmare to play, I think, early on. However, now with the additions of the 5 veterans plus Jesse Gonzalez, who it'd be great to see Jesse Gonzalez get some time. He got his one-time switch approved from Mexico to the United States, so I'm excited to see what he can do for the United States in net. He is young. I think he's only 20, I believe. So that's another option that we have. Brad Guzan, I'm not sold on him completely, but I mean, I thought Bill Hamid looked really good yesterday. I thought he helped his stock. I would rather have him right now as it stands over Brad Guzan as second behind Tim Howard. But again, Dax McCarty, I think he's booked his place. I think Kellen Rowe has looked phenomenal as well. Kellen Rowe has done a lot of nice things. Juan Agudelo, I thought he's just been kind of so-so. It was great seeing Matt Miazga last night step in and play. I thought that was good. He got his goal and his in that crucial time it was the 86th, 87th minute, maybe, I forget what it was. But to get that goal was huge, obviously, to give the United States that 3-goal result that they needed. But that right there is exactly what the United States needs. They need Bruce Arena is, looking back at what he did in his first stint compared to what he's done now. Bruce, and you hear from Landon Donovan, Bruce Arena seems more relaxed. He seems more at peace with everything, and that's something that Landon Donovan said that he's certainly noticed. And to have Bruce Arena like this in the second go around is only going to help the United States moving on to Russia in 2018. So that's something that Bruce has called in he's called in some of the big guns. However, seeing Dom Dwyer go back to his club, and especially with Kellen Rowe, that tells me one thing, that Bruce Arena knows what he's getting from those guys, and I think he's pretty much sold on both Kellen Rowe and Dom Dwyer for 2018, or even the upcoming World Cup qualifiers that we have coming up in the Hex. So again, it was a great weekend of soccer. Actually, a great week. We got some good matches tonight. We got Curacao and Mexico, and El Salvador and Jamaica, I believe, from the Alamo Dome tonight. So there's going to be some good matches, especially during the Mexico match. It's going to be rocking, especially in San Antonio. So make sure you guys check it out. It's going to be on FS1. Again, this isn't Mexico's full squad, so that's one thing we've come to see what Mexico has. They haven't been real impressive to me so far in this tournament, so I'm curious to see who they bring in for the quarterfinals, since they have qualified based off the result yesterday. So they can just go ahead and kind of play freely tonight. I haven't seen exactly who they're bringing in, so I am interested to see what they do, especially with Juan Carlos Osorio suspended for the 6 matches that he was. But again, great week of soccer, especially for FC Cincinnati. The United States getting results. Obviously big 6 points yesterday. Moving on now to the quarterfinals, FC Cincinnati again doesn't have to worry about U.S. Open Cup play until Wednesday, August 2nd. Again, when they do travel back down to Miami to take on Miami FC. But that's it. I want to get some thoughts out. I couldn't do it yesterday since we were on our way back from vacation. But hope everyone has had a great weekend so far. You guys take care. And again, follow me on Twitter at I am Chris Asbrock. And I'm looking to get something set up podcast-wise away from the soccer stuff, and doing a combat sportsman to talk about Mayweather McGregor and that gong show that has been in the press conferences. So again, hope everyone has a safe rest of the weekend. And again, until next time, have a good one.